what you say. I'm half in it. Hold on. Everybody's being there. Okay, here we go. Why is it important for me to have the beach background? Ha ha ha! Okay. Coming at you from a side angle. Okay. Alright. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Denmark Piece 6 number shape. I'm Vicky. And that's the chess song, sung by our songstress, neighbor songstress, Alexandra Rhoda, written and arranged by moi. Okay. Let's see, let me see. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Yeah. Oh yeah. A little respect. Keep on trying. I'll be the best. And I am. You can see the video. We have the Allegra dance troupe out of Greenwich. The video was edited by Matthew Gillespie and moi. And y'all gonna have to excuse me just a second because I was supposed to bring this book over with me. Now y'all want to see me do the old lady get up. And the old lady drop a blanket. That's what you're seeing now. But I was supposed to get this book. So let me sit down first. And then I'll take care of the blanket. Hi, thanks for coming to the Denmark Vesey 6 number shake. This is the book I wanted to show y'all. We're gonna stay on it. I'm also trying to pick up my blanket here. I'll tell you what the numbers are from last week. Wow, I was supposed to have this taken care of. What is going on? I'm trying to get this blanket thing. And my foot is pulling it away from me. Jay, look. Hi, Jacob. Okay. Here we go. I didn't bring my blanket. But, y'all remember last week, oh, and you can find the chess song at Neighbors TV hyphen chess song because that's where we teach the basis of chess, the music, movement, and song. Now you know how we always start. We go to the post and we look at the numbers from last week. And what did I write? I wrote Sunday Denmark Vesey 6 number shake numbers made me think of my dream Africans in America theme park. Please support neurologist and scientist Tamika Anthony products. Thank you. And the information is here. Hi Bagel. How long have you had this channel? How long have I had this channel? I don't know, I think 10 years. Hi. Yep, I think 10 years. Okay, here we go. So, last week number, the Mount Vesey shake number was 12, 22, 8, 62, 54, and 21. Now, they kind of applied to like Tamika and myself. Um, we didn't catch anything. That 12 and 21 um, was for us. Sometimes we do numbers that it is just for us. But Africans in America theme park. And that's why I brought this book over, because the theme park was written organizing a race for action. If you look at all the underlining and all, I ate this. I ate it. It just told you how to call to action. It called you to action. Yeah, I just want to know how early I start. Nope, I started right there. Call to action. Part B. So, yeah. And this is Chancellor William. The destruction of black civilization. But what I love about it was the remedy. And the remedy for me, I put it in the form of Africans in America theme park. It fitted for me economic growth, starting on the bottom, with investments, um, everything. I had to study the stock market. I used Reginald F. Lewis, who was a very successful businessman, and he was in the stock market, so I followed him, and that's how I got my layout. 2 year subscription or more. The Wall Street Journal, and then the pink one, the Business Journal. I had to learn all of that, and this is the reason why. So I have a decision to make. I have to decide by Memorial Day, because I'm a writer. I'm a dreamer and stuff. If we're going to take a ride on in our imagination to Africans in America theme park. In our imaginations. Because see, I go there. I do. I go there all the time. Especially when it gets too hot out here, like now, usually, when these folks are in. But we could go all the way from when you park the car. Oh, let me see. Okay. Oh, hi, Daniel. Hi. From when you park the car to how you take the transportation to get in the park. And the parking lots. And we need to talk about all of that. I mean, if we could design a theme park for us, so I have until Memorial Day to figure that part out. Or we could go through all of the important parts that I highlighted in this organizing a race for action. Yeah. All the highlights, all the things I pointed out that points to the theme park. The shape of things to come. A master plan. Yes. A shape of things to come. You see where the underline started, right? This is where it is. The shape of things to come. A master plan. And that's, look, I better not do too much, the pages are falling out. And that's where all the highlighting and stuff comes from. And that's the foundation for Africans in America theme park. Yep, yep. All the underlining. Yes. Yep, sometimes I had to go back. So, I got choices. And we'll see. I have to Memorial Day. But I like to say, you know, I don't even know if it's going to be like uh, paved or stones or whatever, granite. I didn't even put trees in or anything like that. Where would we put the trees in at? You see the buses that ran through the trans. Yes, and this is where I go to when because that's 30 years ago, and I said, boy, if we had had that up and running, and especially us from the ground floor, we'd been in a lot better situation than we are now, you know? So, anyway, this is going to be a quickie. And I want to apologize for running late. I switched from Saturdays to Sundays because my therapy was on Saturday. But for these last 2 Sundays, my therapy has been on Sunday. And boy, oh boy, the day after or the day after that of doing physical therapy, you almost feel, to an extent, you feel like you're floating on a cloud a little bit. But the day of, it's pure agony. Let's take these numbers. Where the lights at? Where the lights at? Where the lights at? I shake 6 numbers, and then I give them to Tamika to read. But this week, these numbers, I mean, they were powerful and stuff like that, and they were good luck for those who, were able to get the fuck out of it. But, okay. Let's get this one. These numbers are what, 2.5, 3 years old now? Okay. We came up with a 5. Haven't seen a 5 in a while. So you have to decide, am I going to do it with the Denmark VC6 number shape, or would I do that a separate live? You see? I don't know. I would have to have some dreamers to sit down and develop the Africans in the American theme park with me and tell me this should be put here, and this should be, this should be put there, this should be put here, Okay. 42. I haven't seen that in a long time. I picked this old blanket up because I forgot mine upstairs. It'd be cold down here still. I thought I was going to retire this top, but I'm not. So we got 542. And that's the old bag. Like I said, oh, the bag is falling apart. And it was like, no. It's like when the bag is unable to hold the numbers anymore, then that's the end of our Denmark VC6 number shape. When I can't make an envelope and shake the numbers or whatever out of it, then that's it. That's why it's this paper. I don't know how long it'll take, but, it'll last, but let me see. Okay. Alright. This is a 3. Okay. 5, 4, 2, 3. I'm not getting anything. I'm not feeling anything from these numbers. Well, you know what? It ain't over with. It ain't over with till it's over with. The shake is still going. You see this little tear here? I may have to patch that up, but I can't get rid of the number. Even if I gotta take the little 3 and put it in the corner with a piece of paper. These called season numbers. Okay. 51. You know, I never really checked to see if these numbers coincide with or anything with the horse races, or I don't know, turtle race, dog race, or the the state lottery. And I don't ask anybody. I don't ask. They don't tell. And we go on. My lips are so dry. She worked me out so hard. She is such a good physical therapist. She's lining me up and straightening me out. She was looking at me like sideways. Go over there, do this. And then she'd lean back. She'd watch me. Okay. Let's see. This is a bleed through. Oh my gosh. I should have known the bleed through was 12. I think I only got one. And it was, 12 was just here last week. It was just here last Sunday. Wow. Hmm. The bleed through. You know? Okay. This is the last one. Wow. 50. 50. Okay, this is changing now. Something is something. 5, 42, 3, 51, 12, and 50. The fives have it. Now, then Mark Vesey, he would tell you how to play, and he would say, because then Mark Vesey wants you to play the numbers, because he said the garbage still got to be picked up. That's his thing. You give to the state, because certain services, no matter what the federal government does, the state will still handle those services. So he always, you know, if you look at his ticket that I put on the community board, hi, Art Frank Lester. Hey Danielle, how are you? Hi, what are you doing? I'm reading these numbers and wrapping up. Our Franken Lester. Sorry about messing up your name. Okay, so Denmark VC, he would say, play the state numbers. He would say, play 5, 4, 2. Then he would say, play 3, 5, 1. Then he would say, play 1, 2, 5, 0. Me, I give it to Tamika. And unless, like I said, I get a reading. I do get readings. I get readings. I can finish doing this down here and walk upstairs. And then they'll say, oh, you know what that means? But this 12 is back. This 12 was here last week. Yeah, the 12 was here last week. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And it's the 50 that fell. Anyway. Okay. We're not even going to spend time on that. So, thanks for coming through the Denmark VC6 number 8. And when Tamika gives me her reading, I'll post it on the community board. And if I get any readings from the numbers, or any of my friends get, you know, anything like last week they were saying, those are lucky numbers, those are lucky numbers. And the 12 is back again. You know, because the 12 was at the start and the 21 was at the back. That was last week's number. Anyway, Thank you, new subscribers. Thank you, old subscribers. Thank you, replay crew. Y'all get these numbers, and numbers are good luck anyway. Number, just in general, numbers are good luck. So maybe they apply to you. Maybe they're telling you something, but here we are. And I'll see you next Sunday, and I'll be a little earlier because hopefully no physical therapy on Sunday. Okay, 5:42, 3. What is it? 5, 42, 3, 51, 12, and 50. Yep. Thank you for coming to the Denmark VC 6 number shake, and we'll see you next Sunday. Have a great week. See you next time. Good luck.